Let's go. Here he is, tiny. Ah, unbelievable. I was putting some electrolytes in my water this morning, but I was also multitasking. I put the damn thing in the water, and then I shook it, and then I put the lid back on, and then I was busy, doing stuff and charts. And then I'm like, okay, I'm done with these charts for now. Let me shake my electrolytes again, and then I shook it again. You want to know what wasn't closed? The lid wasn't closed. So all over the computers. Rubbish. Rubbish. I blame Dan for that. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Good morning. Yeah, the chart looks okay for now. AZTR. Yeah, they've definitely done some suspicious stuff, right? So, it's a private placement though, so that's why the stock moved up like that. But yeah, in a nutshell. Time for new computers. See, Fate says it all. No, it doesn't. It's because I was distracted. Anyways, good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, chaotic start. Good morning. Good morning, good morning. Codex has been good though. This is a pretty easy chart in my opinion to be scalping. Quite obvious, honestly, I think the amount of things we talk about on this channel every day, it makes it a bit easier. And if it doesn't, you need to watch more classes because the stalls, the dips, the pops, the stalls, the dips, the pops, the stalls, the dips, the pops, over and over again. Right now we're approaching the open. It is trying to pop back up, and it's looking a bit more suspicious, but it's done really well. So if you made some monies in this, congratulations. I know a whole bunch of you guys did. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning. Let's go. Eid Mubarak to you as well, Ahmed. Yep. No, that one's on the list somewhere. It's on the left hand side. Nice little consolidation of $1.45, $1.46. So see what it can do. I think the only issue with these stocks now, though, as usual, is was so close to the open. So you want to be a bit more cautious. Alrighty, yeah. There's some really good names. Like all of them look good, right? SER. We talked about this one yesterday a lot, right? We said this multiple times. As slow as the day was yesterday, we did say that if there's one stock that's gonna run today, it's this one. Well, it did run, and it's still running this morning. So it's hitting brand new highs of the day here. So that looks good into the open. Some of you guys are swinging this one into today, which is also nice. So congratulations if you are. Righty. So good job. Good job. Good job. Alrighty. Let's see. Oh, that is a nice pop. That is a nice pop. That thing said, "Yeah, tell me more, please." I think this was the high from last night, from yesterday, right? The high from yesterday was $1.80, 283. Well, we just broke above that level this morning, to the actual resistance, right? So almost to $2.90 here. So this is looking very good going into the open. So again, congratulations if you're in this, which I know some of you guys are. Codex, we like, obviously. You guys are going to like this one. I think this will most likely be your favorite, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, that being said, question for you guys in the chat. What's your favorite stock going into the open? Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Friday. Yeah, what's your favorite stock going into the open? Yeah, so Codex looks good. We like it. We like that support at 370, resistance at $4. We like that going into the open. AZTR is another one that we like. That was a beautiful bounce off the 200 EMA and the VWAP, but then you have resistance at 33.50, and you can see that it's failing at that resistance. So it needs to break above that if you're in it. Um, SCR, obviously, we just talked about this one, right? The resistance is up there, right below 290. But that's been a really, really good run. It says it's only off 14%, which it is only off 14% today, but we've been watching this thing since yesterday, right? So that's 100% move. Right. So again, watch that 290 level for your next breakout. MNDR is also looking good going into the open. I like the consolidation for this thing this morning off the 50. This is the third time now that it's trying to do that. So the market just opened. So we'll see if it can. WNW has had a lot of social media hype. So we'll see if it can do anything. Micro penny stock. ARTL has done well. Not a whole lot of volume yet on this one. ARTL, but this one's done okay. And then BIF. So again, we have a whole bunch of names to look at, but again, like I said, the favorite name for most of you is going to be Codex, and you can tell already that Codex is trying to pop, right? So the easy entry for this was that retest of the bottom. We've said this multiple times, right? Like Codex has had some pretty nice, it's been a really good looking chart, right? Just how predictable it is, right? So easier to play with. Again, bottom one, bottom two. We're popping to that $4 resistance, which we just popped to. Be careful though, because it's the market open. SER, beautiful, very beautiful, very beautiful, right? So type yes in the chat if you're holding SCR. Type yes in the chat if you're holding SER. There goes 299. Oof, that thing looks nice. That looks very nice. Yeah, very nice. My only concern when you see candles like this at the open is that we just opened and people are gonna start selling it and it's gonna dump back down. So just be careful. So whenever we get these pops at the open, I'm usually a bit skeptical. Alrighty, so just keep that in mind, and you can kind of tell already. Look at that, right? So from $3 back into the 270s, right? Look at that nasty drop, right? So again, that's usually my main concern. It's like I don't trust anything at the open until we have like more data. So that thing just lost 20 cents in the same candle, right? So always be cautious at the open, please. AZTR is looking better, finally breaking out above the 3350. So your next resistance is the actual high from this morning, close like 35 ish. This is a Raven play. A Raven Boomskis. Raven, are you in this one? Probably. Easy TR. Yeah. Yeah, Sydney. I don't know if your name's actually Sydney, but we always call you Sid. So good job on that scalp. So again, for Codex, you're gonna play games up and down in that range, right? So the bottom of the range closer to that 270. So let's see if we can stay above that 270 and then give us a push. So and then obviously again we need the actual breakout and stuff like this, or just simply just a higher low, right? Notice how she didn't say yes, my name is Sydney. She just said yeah, Sid is fine. Criminal, criminals, criminals. Okay, sounds good. Sounds good, Raven. Yeah, it looks good though. This was a really good bounce of the 200 EMA here, right? Not a golden pocket. The golden pocket on this one is kind of creating at the bottom there, but yeah, the this was a really nice bottom here, and there goes AZTR said thank you very much. Mysterious. Again, these when you buy these positions in pre-market, I think you want to be very cautious with at the open when they're popping. You want to be thinking about securing profits. Because of all the names we're paying attention to, not all of them are going to keep running as the day goes on, right? They're all going to pop or do things at the open, but eventually they all kind of, tend to sell off, right? Codex, same thing, right? Nice little pop, but to the supply zone and then back off. So, again, patience at the open, please. You don't want to be ruining your week on a Friday because it really hurts over the weekend. And then you're like, can Monday come around, please? Can Monday? And then you spend all the weekend waiting for Monday, and then Monday comes and then you're rushing into a trade. Like it's always like one domino effect. So for now, again, let that thing consolidate. If it doesn't want to hold that level, then your next support level is closer to that 350. Already, so let's see if we can consolidate somewhere and then curl. SCR, it looks like we're retesting that 275 as well, like the breakout spot from this morning. You can see the resistance, right? You can see all of that resistance right there. So they're basically retesting it. So I like the way it looks. If we can consolidate and start curling back up, that would be nice. Cool. AZTR is looking very nice though. So slow and steady there. MNDR, kind of the same thing, right? Nice little retest of the 50 that we mentioned in pre-market, right? It's done a really good job. So sometimes you can look at these charts and you can say, oh, you know what? Like, I don't know why we put these lines there, but sometimes they're like, you know what? Sometimes they just like the lines, they just keep bouncing up the same line. You can see where your next resistance is at though, right? $1.30. So that level needs to be broken. Right. So again, give these things time to consolidate, please. Especially it's only been 5 minutes, right? You don't want to be making all those decisions in the first 5 minutes like that. I'm Joya. Mm-hmm. I'm sure. I'm sure. So again, MNDR got rejected at $1.30. That shouldn't be a surprise to anybody, right? We have resistance up there. So yeah, Codex again, like I said, your support on this one is going to be closer to that 150 350 area. So let's see if we can get there and then actually find a base. It's getting there slowly. SCR, that thing said all the way to the 200. Again, you guys see what I mean by like I don't trust these stocks at the open, right? When you have these massive explosions at the open like this, you always want to think about taking profits because most of the time when you have big green candles, big red candles are coming too. They're like friends. They all hold hands at the open. You know. Anyways. So let's see which of these can actually consolidate and give us, some good price action here. Uh, yeah. Nick, that's the idea, right? Close to 350, like in this area that it's testing right now, right? That's kind of the idea, right? But that's not the whole story, right? It's not just about getting to a spot and then you jump in. There are other things that need to happen in that area for you to make that decision, right? So yeah, we're approaching a level that we like for Codex. Question is, can we get some other good things here? Alrighty. Let's see. Come on, Codex. Here we go. Yeah, it's fighting. It's fighting off that level there. Mm. Yeah, the reason why you're watching this level, if you're not sure, right, and you're just looking for those numbers, the reason why you're watching this level is because again, if you look to the left hand side, look at this level right here, right? Just so you have an idea of why you're doing what you're doing, or why you think, why we're looking at that level, right? So initially this morning when we crashed, well, you can call that a crash if you want to, right? This was a good level of consolidation. But at the same time though, guys, do you realize what happened at this level? It wasn't just 350 and then boom skis, right? So sometimes again, you don't always get that consolidation, especially at the open like this, you might not get that, right? But that's why we're paying attention to this level. And you can see that they're fighting off that level already, right? For Codex. They're like, nope, nope, fights, 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 right? So again, if you look to the left hand side, you can see that earlier this morning it did a really good job consolidating, but it wasn't just a, oh, we got to that level and then I got in. No, it was more of like, okay, it's been 5 minutes. It's still doing a really good job of holding that level. Now, let me take a chance, right? So yeah. So let's see if we can consolidate, hold that level, and then give us a curl. SER is still dipping, right? No signs of consolidation here either, right? So again, when you see these big pops at the open like that, you want to consider locking in those gains. AZTR retracement as well, right? Everything is retracing at the open now, except for MNDR. MNDR is pushing back up to retest that 130 again. It actually broke above $1.30 now in this candle, so that's nice. It's a nice little push there, right? So Codex is busy fighting for its life in this area, which is good, right? So you want it to consolidate and then give you that curl, but it's doing good things here, Codex. So we like what it's doing there. MNDR is just pushing higher though, pushing higher, pushing higher. You can blame. Anyways, And then same thing for ARTL actually. Yeah, that was a really good retest of $8, right? Breakout retest off the 50, and then you're back to retesting the 950, 940 resistance. So in this area here, you're back to retesting your tops. So nice little push. I think this has to be one of the more difficult things at the open, just because you have so many names that look good, and you're trying to make that decision, and you're having to pay attention to all of these names, right? ARTL is pushing there above the or trying to at least, right? Yeah, but again, Codex is trying to hold that level, right? So it's trying to. It's like, please, can I hold? Please, sir. Please, sir. Is Raven's wife home? Is Raven's wife home? That's the question is asking. Yeah. So fighting for its life there. So nice little push. So brand new highs of the day on that last candle for ARTL. Good morning, street. Don't say it. Don't say it. Yeah, that's a nice push. Again, so just keep in mind, like when it comes to consolidation, so for example on Codex, like when you're trying to make that decision, right, the longer you wait for confirmation, the better it is, right? So you don't want to feel the need to say, oh, okay, I need no, right? The longer it consolidates, especially early on, right, the better it is. So, and then if you can start to get some curlies off the bottoms here, that would be really nice. Alrighty, because as much as it's trying to find a base here, you can see how those candles are also still trending down. You see that, right? The candle's almost giving you like lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, right? That's always a bit concerning too, right? So the longer you consolidate, the smaller the candles, the better the candles, right? So we're clearly still in that range, right? So let's see what it decides to do in this range. But that thing has work to do, that's for sure. Alrighty, but it is still holding that area though. Cool. So see if we can get a bounce off this area. So again, if you were to ask anybody what area they would like, they would tell you this level, right? So from the top all the way back down to the beginning of the last move, like this is a good spot. If it can hold it, that would be perfect. Alrighty, for Codex. If it can hold, that would be good. So a nice little curly here would be good. But again, those candles are still giving downtrendy, lower high candles. So it has some work to do. We're still kind of sitting in that supply zone area for ARTL, but that's a nice bounce off the bottom though. Really nice bounce. MNDR also sitting in that supply area as well. Um, this one is all over the place. People really wanted to lock in those gains. For AZTR, I think what it needs to do at this point is kind of consolidate around the 50 or 33 cents. If it can, that would be good. Alrighty. Good job, Wada. Good job. Pyro. The ERTL is looking like the strongest, isn't it? There goes brand new highs. Brand new highs. Again, Codex is still playing with the 50 level, guys, which is, again, that's the line we put at the bottom, right? So we came to the bottom of the line, right? So if Codex is going to bounce, this is, right? If it's gonna bounce, right? It might want to do it like now. But so let's see. Alrighty. ARTL. Still looking strong. Uh, okay. 47, is that what you're looking for? Yeah. You might still get a retest of that level though. I think it's still trying to decide what it wants to do here, Tiffany. So just chill there for a second, and then oof, damn. Yeah, there have been quite a few names this morning actually. Like all of the names we're looking at, they're all moving left and right. Just too many options. But again, it's only been 15 minutes, so eventually a lot of these names will die. Yeah, it's trying to. Still just in the supply area though. And Codex is also really trying to bounce up that level, but I think again it still just needs to sit here for a second and confirm that, and then close back above the 9. If it can close back above the 9, good. If not, we're gonna visit the 200 EMA. Alrighty. So so this level is very important. Like I said, very very important. Let's see. Come on, Codex. What are you gonna do? Somebody just tell Dan to buy the float. If you get Dan to buy the float, happy days. Happy days. Okay. You can tell we like the stock. We just need a bit more, confirmation, right? Just need a bit more confirmation. But again, that level's a good level for one of those potential scale-ins we talked about, right? So just because we know this is a good spot, question is, can we curlies? Can we curlies? Every time it tries to pop, you can see like that right away the candles just come back down. Doo, doo. Ooh, so it looks like this one came all the way down to the 200 EMA as well. And SER is curling a little bit. Curling a little bit. MNDR is still in that supply zone. And so is ARTL, right? But the name we like, we want to see boomskis right now is Codex, right? So the longer it consolidates in this area, the better it is, right? So then if we can curl back up and close above the 9, then that would be good. So sometimes that's almost a confirmation, like the curl and the close back above, right? If not, you want to be patient with it. But it's playing a lot of games in that range, though, isn't it? Right? Don't mind that though. I don't mind that at all. No, 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 no. Aziz, 70. Yeah, but there's nothing good happening at 70 at the open though, right? Like you notice the difference when like it curls versus when it doesn't, right? Like if you're catching these fat red candles on the way down, like you're just asking for trouble right there, right? Trouble is what you're asking for. So this is why we always tell people to like it's not about having a specific level of support. It's about like having that level in mind, but also seeing what's happening at that level, right? To confirm your decision, not just waiting and saying, hey, okay, you know what, I'm gonna do it because it's at the level. No, it doesn't work like that, especially at the open. the worst time to just pick a level and just jump in, right? The worst. So while this thing is trying to figure its life there, right? I'll try to figure its life here, which we're okay with. All the other names are also just kind of failing at resistance as well. This one's surprisingly done well, this penny stock, WNW, surprisingly done well. Surprisingly. Kodak said, I want to see the 200. Kodak says, show me the 200. Yeah, I think they want to see that 200. So your next little base is that 200 EMA. Let's see, Codex. Okay. What are you gonna do? Come on. Come on. Okay, can we stop playing games and just test it? U.S. sending 3 warships to the Middle East. So it doesn't look like this whole war thing is ending anytime soon, is it? Does it? It does not. Yeah. You can kind of tell already that this weekend is gonna be they keep saying it's gonna end soon, but I think soon in their mind is is probably they're comparing it to the last 10-year war, It's gonna end soon. Soon. Uh Winterfell says I did my part. Yeah. I did my part. Yeah, more of a starter there, Winterfell. More of a starter here. So now let's see what we do. Let's see. Yeah, maybe some of these like energy plays might be good swings over the weekend again, like T-Pets, especially if they can sell off, especially if they can sell off. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, this is actually looking really good, this penny stock. Is this really what people want to, send today? SCR is also coming back slowly, 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 like a snail. Snail's pace. Snail's pace. And then Do, 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 do. Come on, Codex. Either give me the 200 or start curling. We don't have all day here. Come on. Come on. Come on. Stop playing games. Mm-mm. Yeah, this one's pushing up really nicely. Really, really nicely. Yeah. Yeah, this is 16 cents. Yeah, that's a really nice push. Sheesh. Damn. Uh for the breakout, AZTR. This one. Yeah, I think the problem with that though, Kristen, is like the open, right? Yeah, the open. I think that's the problem. Is when you play these at the open, sometimes, especially on the big green candles, I think that's my concern. Is like it's always a bit more concerning, just a little bit. Kodak just looks like they just want to play games to them. Like they don't like to win. Anyways, you know what's winning here though? This monster of a stock. Shish, that's a really nice push. Yeah. Oh, you mean this one? No, that's okay. And it's also a penny stock. Like some people just stay away from those penny stocks, which is fine. Which is okay. Okay, perfect. Oh yeah, for Codex, yeah, they're having such a hard time, for some reason. For some reason, I think that's just because they really want to test that 200 EMA. They're just playing games with it, just teasing a little bit. Just teasing. This one isn't teasing though. It's just going boom skis. Every candle is almost every other candle is like another penny added to the stock. It's gonna be a pump and dump though, that's for sure. But still a really good run. Yeah, yeah. That's because they did some fishy business. Very very fishy business. Choo, 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 choo. But yeah, no. Congratulations if you FOMOed into this one. And again, Codex is just kind of chilling at that 40 level. So again, that started the initial position is still there, right? So I'm not gonna add to that position until um, we do something else. So yeah, okay. This one just keeps going and going and going and going. 18 cents. That is very nice. Now Codex is like, hey, I want to follow that too, please. Right? You know what they're gonna do for Codex? Now they're gonna use that 350 area as potential resistance, right? So if it can get back above 350, good. But that level is gonna be very important to break above and hold above, right? So really, really important test here. Really important. You don't want this 350 to now become resistance because if it does, then you have a bigger problem than I think you'd want to have, right? So, and you can see what's happening there already, right? They're kind of using that level as like some rejection. So, So it's really important when it's trending down like that. It has to kind of give you somewhat of a a higher low, a break of something to look good again. So that level right there is going to be very important. Very, very important. And I bought it. I told her to leave. uh, did she leave though? Tell her to go to a different room. We need to thrust today, Raven. We need to thrust. AZTR. Yeah, it is disappointing. Yeah. You notice how the 50 EMA initially was, support and then now being used as resistance? Yeah. Doo-doo. Yeah, the price action on Codex is so suspicious, like the way that it moves, like, and it just sits there as if it's waiting for its grandma to bake it cookies so it can eat him. You know what I mean? Like, what are you waiting for? You think we have time to wait for you? Get above. You rubbish. Where's the market maker? Come on. Break above. There we go. You can do better than that. Stop playing games here. We don't have time for this. Come on. Unbelievable. That is some silly, silly price action on this. And it's sitting right on that line. It's like, can I go? Yes, you can. You may go. You may go. Unbelievable. You seeing this rubbish? Damn. We still need to get above that stupid 352 though. So, yep. Come on now, Codex. Come on now. I know this is rubbish. Yeah, there we go. That's better. Josh says you shall not pass. Come on, we shall pass. There we go. That's a little better. We still need to close the damn candle above it though. Still need to close the candle above. So that's gonna be important. That's some rubbish. Ayo, Josh. Ayo, how's your morning? How's practice? So there we go, 352. It's almost like this stock is like we're begging it to go. Like that is the slowest pump on the face of the earth. It's like a snail pump. A snail pump. Sheesh. Unbelievable. Is it this hard to make 10 cents, guys? 10 cents? This is rubbish. Come on. At least it bounced though. Right? At least it bounced up that 340. Right? Ish. So we'll see if we can get a higher low, a double bottom, something. But this thing definitely has issues until it can hold above that 350. So they have work to do. It needs to listen better, Steven. It needs to listen better. That's what it needs to do. Uh excited? Okay, working hard to be ready. That's amazing. Amazing, Josh. Yeah, very exciting. Seriously, Tiffany. Come on, market maker. Wake up. Wake up. She moved to the other room and put on her headphones. Codex, you can go now. See? Raven's wife is gone. She is gone. So get your butt moving. No, 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 no. Okay. Get your butts moving. So while we're looking at that, AZTR kind of bouncing up a bit of support here from early this morning. So 30 cents is holding. This one always finds a way to come back. SCR, so that's good. Slowly, slowly. It's gonna be really slow though, right? But it is slowly, slowly coming back. Uh, MNDR, right? Another one that did well this morning. It looks like you're finding some support in the closer to $1.15. So let's see if you can stay above that level. And your golden pocket is closer to $1.10 though. And then obviously again, this one's had a really good morning with the breakouts. So that's nice. ARTL kind of in the same range still. So just playing games. So all of these stocks just wanna, all of these stocks are just playing games with us, yeah. Just playing games. Red? Yes. That's what the stock needs to do. It needs to push. Because for now, the China stock is doing better than all the other stocks, China. Uh, what data? I want to import the. La, 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 la. Okay. I see what I mean though. Like that 350 area is going to be a problem, right? So I think what we need is a higher low or double bottom, and then the second curl, if it can give you a higher low or double bottom, is usually better anyways. Right? These first curls on a downtrend are usually not really. There's not a whole lot of trust to it. So see if they can do better. 1750. Did anybody FOMO into? I know the answer is yes, but did any type yes in the chat if you FOMOed into WNW? This one's actually done well. Right. So like I said again, the second push or the higher low on Codex, if we can break back above that 350, would be way more trusted than anything else. So that's why you always hear me say like, hey, we need to come back down and get a higher low or double bottom. Because when you're just bouncing like that initially, there's not a whole lot of confidence yet. So yes, yeah, no, it looks really good. Uh, China is making money for the weekend, so they can send some more rockets. They can send some more rockets. Good job, Chris. Good jobs. Yeah, you are kind of testing a double top there though. So like 18, 18, 20. So just be careful. To 4. Yeah. Yeah, we need to get back above that 350 though. Yeah, no, so this one definitely has a double top here. At 18-ish. So just make sure you don't diamond hand this thing in that area. Otherwise, you might have some issues there. Alrighty. Good run though. That yeah, really good run. That's how breakout is supposed to look like. Breakout and go boom skis, not the other slow rubbish. Yeah, maybe they want to bring it back all the way down to close to $8 before they bounce it up again. Maybe. And then again, Codex is still in that same stupid range, right? In that same stupid range. So we'll see what it does. Anna, we can take a look. Anna. Do. And you look at these candles and you're like, dang, this thing has to be up 100%, right? Nope, 27. Still a good push though, right? But nothing crazy. And yeah, your $5 resistance, 490 to $5 resistance, Brent, right, is waiting for you right here. So good, really good push. especially sitting above the view out there. That's really nice. Alrighty, so yeah, $5 is your next main obstacle there. So good job if you're in this one, Brent. Yeah, no, yeah, spy definitely. There's no reason for the markets to be going up when I think again the one thing we keep hoping for is that at some point the markets can ignore. I think the main issue is how important oil is to everything, and that's why you can see Trump tweeting every single day about oil. Anyways, yeah, MNDR is consolidating really nicely off that $1.15 we mentioned earlier. Right, Codex is still just playing games here with us, just games, games on games on games. At least it's holding the bottom, but we're kind of tired of those games though. And then for this one again, obviously your double top at 18 cents. So hopefully you're locking in some profits. You did? Okay, so Anna does look good. Let me take a look at CURV. Yeah, nice little curl. See if the volume comes in there though, Tiffany. See if the volume comes in there. USO Nissan, as it should. Right, it's clearly the thing to focus on for now. I think that's what everybody's paying attention to. So, yeah, not bad. Is it a new IPO today? Yes, it is, Chris. Yeah. So if you look at the IPO calendar, it's priced for today. Yeah. The top one. So it's not an IPO to say. It's an uplisting, right? It's a uplisting. The top one, the top one, Blue Water is a SPAC, so we don't really care for that. And then the other one is a big bank IPO, so it's a bit more expensive. Right? So we'll see how well the uplisting does. Right? We shall see. GMTL. Um, I wonder if the information is going to be available though on TradingView. Chuck Norris is dead, guys. Chuck Norris. That's just a Twitter notification. I'm not sure if that. I'm not sure if that's yeah. Just a Twitter message. Jules, I know. For a new one, yeah. Again, Codex is still just chilling at 340. What the hell? Like that's what I mean. Like this price action is just so suspicious. Something seems off about that action there. Really, Carlos? A legend. He is. Yeah, super sus swing. Super sus. So yeah, just be careful with that. Jaden, yeah. I think again, the fact that we're going into the weekend, oof, look at that. Anna is pumping there. Damn. Anna is also getting ready for the weekend, I guess. Anna is getting ready for the weekend. She's like, hey guys. Yeah. Hey guys. It's a party weekend. It's a party weekend. Uh Anna. Changes is during yeah. Interesting. Okay. Anna says, let's go, weekend time. And you have a nice thick supply zone up here, though. But that was a nice push. Yeah, Brent, are you still in this one or you took your profits already? Still in there or you took your monies? If Codex was an animal, it would be a snail, you know? If this thing had a spirit animal, it would be a snail. That's what it would be. Not just a snail, a dead snail. Good job, good job, good job, Brent. Seriously, very slow. To face a new challenge, yes. Yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, so that supply zone, people are taking profits, including Brent. Brent, good job. Good job. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, exactly, Zilly. To infinity twice. uh, Chuck Norris. Just a little bit slow, and it's trying to break the downtrend, Raymond. Yeah, but it is holding the range really well, though. Really, really well. So that's good at least. Get back above $9, and it looks even better. Even better. Uh, okay. Tell me, Codex is just here for the teasing. Just here for the teasing. It's like, hey, you think I'm gonna go? No. Oh, hey, you think I'm gonna die? No. I'm just gonna chill at the bottom, and just consolidate because that's okay too, right? That's completely okay, right? There's nothing wrong with just chilling at the bottom and consolidating as long as it doesn't break down. That's fine, right? So, and like we said multiple times, the longer you consolidate and that second test, the better it is, right? But the damn thing needs to give us a higher low at some point. Alrighty. So there's nothing wrong with what it's doing at all. I think we just like to see boom skis. There's nothing wrong with what's happening right here on Codex, right? So we just need to see some higher lows. Okay. Codex is like, say more nice things to me. Say more nice things. Yeah. True, true, true. Yeah, no, this one came all the way down to retest the VWAP and also the previous breakout. Yeah. Uh, not anything. And I know, right, Josh? We just like to see boomskis. That's it. Boomskis. Yeah, I know. Anna did really good too with the $5 retest and right back to the highs. It goes brand new highs. Anna, Anna. Yeah. 5:30. Uh, yeah. No, SER doesn't look bad. It's just gonna be a slow stock. It's just gonna be a slow stock. 5:31. We need a stock, that's called Morris or something in honor of, at least because they seem, close. Mm, 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 mm. Slowness. Mm. Where are the boomskis? Raven kicked his wife out of the room for no reason. Maybe the market just knows he didn't actually do it. Raven, this is kind of your fault. They're like, Raven, we can see she's right there, right? Uh, uh, okay. Okay. No, Megan, she needs to leave. I'm trying to kick her out of the house. Yes, that's better, Raven. That's better. She's holding us back. She's for sure not holding Anna, though. That's for sure. Anna's like, nothing's holding me back today. Nothing. Not even Raven's wife. Yeah, that thing is cooking. 550. This morning, Alex, you did good though. You could have got back in if you wanted to. Do, 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 do. 550, 555. Yeah, that's a really good run. Everybody is watching Anna thrust. That sounds suspicious. 560. Okay. Yeah, this one's just going and going and going and going. 570. Sheesh. More like go to the spa. A dishwasher, dryer, and washer. I think it's because Megan. No, it's because they're building a new house. Yes, we need that money for the new house. Yeah, they're building a new house, Megan. So, Raven, you're so lucky you have headphones on. Otherwise, your wife would have beat you up at this point. I know, right, Jaden? Seriously, yeah. At this point, it's just poots because every day is -1%. Every day in the market is -1%. Every day -1%. Do, do, do. Hmm. Okay, there you go. Yeah, yeah, that's what Raven's been saying. Some days after the stream, I have to sleep on the couch. We're not surprised. Yeah, we're not surprised. Do. Yeah, they said Codex. You know what? Just slap the damn thing. Again, that getting back above that 350 was so important. The fact that it couldn't do it, yeah. Especially when another name's running like that. The golden pocket is all the way down at $3, below $3 there. So we'll see what happens there. But that's definitely not good price action. Something just seemed off about it. Just too suspicious there. Just too suspicious. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you wanna high five, Alex? High five. High five. Good job. Anna did really well. Really really well. She doesn't get a dishwasher. Ah, yes. Red? Is it dead? Yeah. Yes, Alex, yes. Choo, 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 choo. I know Anna's been really good though. So congratulations if you're in this one. Yeah, yeah, Sid made some nice monies on Anna. So did yeah. Choo, choo, choo. Seriously. Kimbella? Yeah, opossum? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, a dead snail. Hmm. Crazy. Yeah, Greg, I just saw the link you posted. Do, 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 do. Megan's gonna beat you up for your wife, Raven. Megan's gonna beat you up for your wife. Do, do, do. 80. uh, I see. Okay. I see. Yeah, he don't have to do the dishes. Yeah, Raven is the chef. Raven's always posting pictures. If you look in the stuff, Megan is gonna cook you for your wife, Raven. Yeah, no, Raven does all the cooking. If you look in the recipe channel, Megan, you're gonna see Raven's always posting. Raven does the cooking, the wife does the dishes. I wish that was true. Raven always only cooks the mushrooms, you know, just the mushrooms. Okay, there we go. Get him, Megan. Get him. Get him. So yeah, looks like Anna stalled off 580 and then backed off a bit. SUN looks like it's bouncing back a little bit too. Yeah, so that double top at 18 cents was a good spot to exit your position for WNW. That was a good run though. Really, really good run. So now you're kind of holding 14 cents, which is where the 200 EMA is sitting at. The 200 EMA. Yeah, so not bad. AZTR has just been chilling at 30 cents this whole time, right? Just super slow, but at least it's holding 30 cents. So that's not horrible. Same thing with ARTL, right? Just kind of holding as well. But really needs to get back above the VWAP. So back above $9 and it's gonna look a lot better. And then Anna is also retesting the 550 breakout. If it can stay above that, that would be good. SCR, another really slow one, really really slow. But then every so often they turn on the jets, I guess. Turn on the jets. Do, 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 do. Turn on the jets. Do, 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 do. Peter. Mm, mm, Choo, 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 choo. A little bit of weakness. Do, 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 do. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, no, Spy looks super, super weak. Super, super weak. Super, super weak. But at the very least, though, like we were waiting for that 650 level, Jaden. Right, so maybe that's the level that they bounce it at next week. Unless something crazy happens over the weekend, who knows? So I think at this point, I think we're just just kind of waiting and hoping, just waiting and hoping, right? But just opportunities to buy more dips for when the market eventually turns around, because it always does, right? So I think we all expected that there was that there had to be a sell off, a proper sell off coming at some point. Even a relief bounce, like, yeah, no, I mean, it was coming at some point. Yeah, yeah, it was coming at some point though. What's your address? Raven doesn't even have an address, Megan. Why? Because the house is the house doesn't even have feet. It's broken. Uh, Peter was watching the wrong stream. Sometimes people do that. Yeah, if it doesn't say live, like if the red dot isn't on, you might be watching the wrong stream. So. Raven broke. Yep. Yeah. Oil just keeps pushing higher and higher. So for some reason though, the stocks just don't want to follow yet. Let me see what BATL is doing here as an oil. Yeah, just not a whole lot happening there. TPET, same thing, right? But if these names continue to sell off, though, maybe something to look at going into the weekend for potential swing. Pizza, you made it. You made it. Good morning. How were you watching the wrong stream, Peter? What time did you go to bed? What time did you go to bed? Absolutely. Mecca, yeah. Yep. Empty, definitely. This is almost the same setup as like we had yesterday, huh? Where like it was pretty slow in the mornings and then eventually picked up because SER took over, you know. Yeah, if your golden pocket is in a different area, just send a screenshot of mine and yours to Rob Data Warrior, and he'll take a look for you. Usually it's because you're using different candle types, or you have the adjustment thing on, or you don't have extended hours on. So silly things like that can affect, like where your demand zones go, your supply zones, your golden pocket, all of that stuff, your moving averages, right? So sometimes when they're different, you might have changed the setting, right? Or it's simply just one of those things, right? Different candle type, uh, extended hours off. So some of those things do affect. Okay. Give us some more boomskis. The bad news that virus woke up. Come on, virus. That's good news. Come on now. Do, 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 do. Wait, Tim, why is he spending time in the education channel? Yep, yep, yeah. It's breaking down though, right? It's clearly on a downtrend now and breaking down. So just be careful. Winterfell, yeah. So yeah, super sus. Yeah, these things are really just. Anna's been the only one. Peter's ex-girlfriend. This has been the only one that's actually been behaving well today, for the most part. SCR looks fine. Like it's just super slow, but yeah. Anna's the only one that's been hitting, those nice highs. The highs on highs. Oh, then uh, yep. Yes, Winterfell. Uh, Peter's other girlfriend, Luna, LNAI, is uh is also pushing here slowly. Yep, creeping up slowly. Like in middle school. You wrote a letter in middle school. Telling you, Peter was yeah. I'm telling you, Peter had all the girlfriends, guys, all the girlfriends. You know, any stock that has a female name, Peter was yeah. He was writing letters. He's like, roses are red, your eyes are blue, my heart is red. Anyways, Peter was writing all the letters. And the girls were falling for him. And he definitely was a player. uh, can you yes. Where do you think the creativity comes from? That's because he's been learning that since. Anyways, Anna was. Let's go. Well done. Well done, Pellish. Well done. When the giveaways for today, I roast you. Ah, Peter. Yes. Now Peter has a different focus. Monies. I I really like you. Oh, unbelievable. Megan, you see the boys in this chat. You see Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Where's your wife, Red? Where's your wife? you are you are the only burger in my lunchbox. Ah, then someone who has checked out. Oh my days! Wow. VCX is going back up, by the way. So is ARTL. But yeah, VCX. That same stock from yesterday that was pumping. Yeah, it's back above $100. Actually, it did well this morning. Sid, that thing was at $136. Yeah, that's quite nice. Wow, not bad. The grass is green. To find a short, wow, wow, wow. You know what? This was supposed to be about Peter. This was supposed to be about Peter. Unbelievable. Good day, Richie. Good day. Anyways, you know what? Is it lunchtime yet so we can leave? Unbelievable. I have nothing to say. Ah, Lucas, that's okay. You can just come join us, you know? Peter, buy more, average down. Yeah, no, ATL finally, ARTL finally broke out above the VWAP, so that's nice. Alex, did you? It wasn't Alex. It was somebody else with this one. Somebody else. That's okay. That's okay, Lucas. Yeah, whenever you're ready. And looks like Anna's just kind of consolidating for now in that demand zone. Just kind of consolidating for now in that demand zone. Mm, no, 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 no. Did you get back into this though, Alex? Yeah, it's holding the 530s really nicely. Holding the bottom really nicely. What does consolidation mean, like Anna? Is it hesitation? Um, no, I think so. So for me, I think when you're looking for consolidation, you want to make sure that it's not again like this one's a bit more suspicious because it's also on a downtrend, right? So it's on a downtrend. You can clearly see the downtrend. Um, but so when you think of consolidation, you want to think of consolidation like away from the highs, right? So this one would be, again, it's a bit more suspicious, but it is kind of consolidating off this, 535 area. Alrighty. So yeah, it's kind of consolidating off that area there. So yeah, 535, which it looks like it's coming back down to retest again. Yeah. Yep. Exactly. So yeah, exactly Winterfell. But again, it's also in that downtrend. So true. That thing is a POS, Brad. Yeah, this thing has been a pure. We should have just stayed away from it as soon as it broke below the 200 EMA, which we know better, right? But that initial curl was okay. We just had no follow through on it, right? This initial area was the level, like that was the spot. Anything else, just way too weak, right? Even the golden pocket, you can tell like it tried, and that's the problem with some of these is like they are trying off those levels you like, right? Like the first level we liked was obviously this level, and it did try, right? You can see it trying, so there's nothing wrong with that, like zero at all, right? Same thing at the bottom, like you could see it try, right? But then it just didn't have the follow through. Yeah, yeah, exactly Winterfell, exactly. Yeah, so it was completely okay to try with this. And on a different day, that thing would have had the volume to go boom skis, but not today. VCX on the other hand, though, yeah, 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 pizza. Okay, yeah, send Rob a DM, Brad, with your screenshots. Yeah, and yeah, again, maybe try fixing one of those things too, though, like your extended hours, stuff like that. That should help. Interesting. Hey, yo, Bob's Wall. Hello, hello. Yeah, Anna. So look at Anna, right? So Greg, does that kind of make sense, right? So Anna's done a good job bouncing off that level, right? So it's suspicious consolidation, but it is consolidation because it's not at the highs and stalling, right, or distributing. So so that was okay. Why did you take a position, or you were just kind of asking? Yeah, I think what's important here though is that it needs to start giving some higher lows. Yeah. My boss wants me to work. So, Megan, have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful weekend. See you later. You're in at 45. Okay, so you're green in that position then. Good job. Yeah. Mm. Yeah, some consolidation will always be a bit more, like gambly than others, right? Like every time you get in a position, you take a risk because there's never a guarantee to work, right? But yeah, so when you're away from the highs, you can take that risk. Just have a tight stop loss. Absolutely, Bob. Absolutely. Absolutely. Jay, it definitely is a tomato rock. Yeah, once it broke down that last level like that, there's no need to be in there anymore. There is no need to be in there anymore. Zero. Yeah. Now again, if you look at Codex, right, the main issue here for this thing was that it found this base, right, and then it broke below the base. Once it closed below that level, that right there was a pretty big red flag, right? I think the only other time that it could have potentially bounced was there. And once it broke below that level, then yeah, there's nothing else to see on this, right? Zero, nothing whatsoever, right? Somehow MNDR is still holding that 200 EMA though, which is nice. This looks like SCR from yesterday, and then yeah, Peter's other wife, Luna, yeah, it needs to break out though. 59 cents. Yeah. Code red is what that is, Winterfell. Code red. Code red on AG on the 1 minute chart. Okay. AG. These guys have options. So you're doing like the Friday expiration pyro. Yeah, the 1 minute shows that it has some good support of 1830 ish since yesterday. Still trending down though. So it's weak trending down, but it does have support at 1830. Ooh, Anna just exploded. Damn. Look at that pop, guys. Pete, it's because Anna hates Peter, you know? Damn. Anna says I'm the one. I'm the one. That is beautiful. So again, that bottom there at 535 was a good spot. I'm surprised okay, the stock is actually it's actually halted up. Yeah. Yeah, it's halted up at 1618. Good job, Sid. That was a good scalp. Yeah. Has a very, very good scalp. Are you happy now, Greg? AG 2024. Yeah. No, it's had a good run, right? AG has. Obviously because silver has had a really good year, right? If you look at the performance and look at the last 6 months, 83%. So yeah, it's done really, really well. Yeah. Your target hits it. Good job. Congratulations. Yeah. No, this one's been a really strong stock today. Really strong. Really, really strong. Yeah. Let's go. Let's go. Greg. That's a good way to end the week, isn't it? So did you sell the position yet or you're still in there on the halt? Uh I think yeah. Good job, Greg. Yep. No, the Trump has definitely wiped out a lot of monies out of the market. Um, there once was a fella named. Ah, you know, you guys can read the damn roast for yourself. Why would I read my own roast? Why would I do that? Why? 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 As soon as I got to the Dan, unbelievable. I hope one of these weekends when you're making your barbecue, yeah, your chicken gets burnt. You know. I hope when you're roasting some chicken drums on the barbecue. Yeah. Thank you for the super chat, Dan. That's it. Thank you. I said thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. I appreciate that. And it's all love. Unbelievable. Wow. I think I need Dan's yeah. Oh, someone says stop spamming trash stocks, Alex. No, as long as the stock is performing, right? As long as it's performing, that's when we don't mind the spams. Yeah. No, as long as the stock is performing, we don't mind. Yeah. Did you get back in at 5:30, Alex? Where did you get back in? Because I know you took your profits at 4:50. Yeah. 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 So Anna's performing today, but yeah, Anna didn't just start running today, right? This thing was also running yesterday. So you can kind of see on the left hand side there, right? If you go back to after hours, right, Alex? So we were talking about this in after hours as well yesterday, right? And yeah. 540 a little high. No, that's okay though. I mean, that's kind of the same level that it was consolidating at, anyways, Alex. So that was fine, right? So good job, congratulations. Yeah, that yeah. Look at that on halted now. On halted. Good job, Greg. Good job. Good job. Good job. Alrighty. Congratulations. Congratulations, Alex. There you go. Is your new wife? Yes. I mean, with a performance like this, yeah, we have to go at night. Yes, with Anna. Yes. Anna is my new wife. No, that's a really nice push. Yeah. Pelage, did you get back in? I know you made monies on Anna as well, so good job. And the other, you notice how it's only Peter's X's are pumping, right? Anna's going, Luna's going, right? Is it a coincidence? I think not. Yeah, make sure you're scaling out though with that supply zone up there, right below 650. So make sure you're paying yourself on the way up. Yeah, seriously, Raven, seriously. 36. Yeah, it looks good. It just doesn't have the volume, Bob. But it does look good though. It's been holding the bottom, so that's good. Yeah. Yep. Good job, late. Uh, very good, Greg. Very good. Good job, Shane. Yeah, no, he did really good. Yeah, very, very good. Greg, are you done for the day? Did you hit your goal? Are you done? You should have hit your goal on that pump. Yeah, so that thing's going for that 650 again. Anna's definitely definitely getting ready for the weekend because that thing just wants to keep pumping. No, it was only halted the one time and then unhalted Mike. Yeah. So yeah, a little bit of resistance at 650. That entire supply zone is big like that because there's that entire range could be but yeah, 650 is the level though for resistance. 650, 650. So breaking close and then just send it to $7. But again, 650 is you can see there's a lot of selling going on in the 650 area. Yeah. Why, Mike? Were you delayed? What happened? That's okay, Greg. That's okay. Yeah, that's okay. You did good. right? So yeah, look at stuff like that and understand that some of those gambles work out, some don't work, some you have to scale in first. So good job, righty, and be very proud of yourself for the progress. Alrighty, yeah. Uh, yeah. Okay, there you go. Good job. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, I need Dan. I need your wife's number so I can text her and and ask her to make sure that you sleep on the couch. So you're not doing stuff over the weekend. So when Monday comes around, you don't have new material, please. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Yes, yes, yes. Do, 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 do. Yeah, it's a bit of a obvious reaction at 650. Obvious rejection at 650 for now. The damn thing still looks very strong though. Anna does. So it's really just 10 cents, less than 10 cents from that resistance. So it looks really good still. Yes. Do, do, do. Those are fighting words. Hey, no more instigating, Litz. No instigating. Leave Dan alone. There you go, 650. Do, 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 do. Dang, that thing is very strong. Sheesh. See if this candle can finally close above the. Those candles are all waking above, but they're not really closing above yet. Right? So it's going to be important that it closes above if it wants to keep going. Uh, Wada, you're done for the day. Have a wonderful weekend. I'm gonna say it's AI. Lies. The last person I need coming after me is Dan's wife. There you go, 660. This candle looks like it's gonna finally doo, 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 doo. Sheesh, what a monster. What a monster. Type yes in the chat if you're still holding it doesn't deserve to be there. Seriously, it really doesn't deserve to be there. That thing was a POS. Yeah. POS. There you go. Anna is just going and going. Just going. Yeah, congratulations if you're still in Anna. Jules, this is why your boss is like, you know. Well, actually, it wasn't Jules. It was Megan. Megan, go to work. Jules, good job. You need some more ski monies, so you can visit the mountains again. But yeah, this thing is so strong. Just keep moving those stop losses up, though, because it only takes one candle and it's back to the. Yeah, congratulations if you're in this. Pizza. Thomas, you're in this one? Okay, good job. Um, Pyro, this thing is still holding. It actually bounced off the 1830 level. AG, it looks like it just keeps going back and forth though. Like it's having a hard time getting back above the VWAP, but it keeps bouncing up the demand area. So that's good at least. Uh, 219 on beat on Hive. I'll take a look. Yeah. Yeah. No, that's nice, Pyro. Why do I still have Dan's? Dan? Trump just wiped out stock market is down 17%. Well, no, the stock market is not down 17%. And now, yeah. Um, and it's not just Trump, right? It's we basically ran, triple digits back to back to back, for 3 years. Um, so we needed a retracement. If you look at the charts, like, just look at the charts for SPY or anything else, right? You're gonna see that regardless of who's president, like you're having these runs, but you need these retracements every so often, right? So I think the goal for Trump is going to be to try and pump the markets, like dip now, yes, but try and pump the markets when the closer we get to the midterms. Because I think if you're going to go into the midterms with the markets crashing, with gas prices, energy prices going up, inflation being a problem, all of these things, Trump is going to have he's going to have a problem, right? So I think, yeah, like look at these as opportunities, right? Not, 'cause with or without Trump, you're going to have these dips. So find opportunities in the redness rather than focusing on the other side, because it's not going to help you. It's not going to help you. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Exactly, Tiffany. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, Yank. Yeah. No, we have to look for opportunities in the redness rather than look for who to blame. Yeah. Greg, that's a silly thing to say. Alrighty, that's silly. You bought the damn thing at 540, right? You sold the damn thing above $6, and you're worried about selling too soon. No, right? Focus on the positives. Change that mindset, right? You're worried about an extra 40 cents, right? So change the mindset. You did really good. You should be very happy in terms of like your progression, your learning, right? Not, oh, I sold again too soon, right? Yeah, you're gonna get yourself in trouble. Yeah. Oh my days, Alex. Yeah, no, Anna's very, very strong. So that breakout above 650, right? And there it goes. There it goes. Greg, stop looking. Stop looking, Greg. Stop looking. If you really wanted to get back in, that breakout above 650 might have been another spot for you, right? But you did find. Let's go. Yep. For so long now, you have to expect a dip at some point, regardless of who is exactly, Tiffany. Exactly. So, and we kept saying that, like we had a 20, like if you go back before 2020, the average rate of return, right, 10%. But then you look at the last few years, it's like 20%, 20%, 20%, right? Like we've done really, really well. So you have to expect the dips. Also, we say this like every year we say this, right? Every time when we get to this, there's a reason why like this chart looks like this. There's a reason why someone's made a chart that goes back, a long, long time, right? Time frame is 20 years, ending 2020, right? Look, think about that, right? The time frame on this chart, this is data accumulated over 20 years, right? and it doesn't even include anything after 2020, right? So think about that and look at that and notice how we're always crashing in March, April, end of February, March, April, the markets are always crashing, right? Is it funny that that always happens? No, not really, right? So it has nothing to do with, there's always a reason, right? Like it's Trump, it's COVID, it's this person, it's that person. It's always somebody, but I think, we just have to look at them as opportunities. Trump hasn't been a president for 20 years. If it wasn't this war, it would have been something else. I promise. It's always something. And yeah. Yeah, exactly, skunk. Exactly. Exactly. I say that, just because we have to always try and focus on the positives, because I think we could easily blame Trump. Like, why are we fighting a war in the first place? Come on now. We could have, ended that rubbish already. And then the markets would be pumping. But yeah, there's always a reason though. Next year it's gonna be Dan's fault. That's for sure. So yeah, obviously $7 is your next resistance here, guys, for Anna. Yeah. Yep. I think honestly, Winterfell, if you ask me, I think that's the reason. Yeah. I think that's, if you ask me, I think like that's really the main reason. But it is what it is. Yeah. Yep. Because the main thing they keep talking about every day is oil, 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 and the price keeps going up, and they pretend to do everything else to fix it except for the one thing that's gonna work, and the price keeps going up. So maybe they're gonna use some of that money and pay off the debt. Maybe. I bet you when Trump, eventually gives a victory speech, because however this turns out, they're gonna give a victory speech, right? However this ends up, he's gonna come out and say, "Look at all the oil we sold. We made so much monies, so much monies." Blame Canada. No, this is Dan's fault. Make no mistake. See, Anna is finally retracing here from $7, so a little bit of stalling, profit taking, and then dips. Yeah, that was a nice push. Really, really nice. Very, very, very nice. Yeah, good breakouts on this, especially once it broke above the VWAP and the 200 EMA. Yeah, really good breakouts. And now you're retesting that 650 level. Did you take any profits yet, Alex? You take some monies off the table? Yeah, K-Bell made some really nice monies as well. Some very nice monies. Okay. There we go. Uh, the biggest, most beautiful. Yeah, exactly, LT. Exactly. They're gonna come out and do stuff like that. Yeah. OSM, it definitely was. It definitely was. Yeah. Big winning, too much winning. No, Trump is gonna try and pump the markets again at some point, right? One of these days he's gonna come out and say, you remember that tweet from COVID, not COVID, from the tariffs when he said buy the dips. Yeah, he's gonna come out one of these days and say that buy the dips, buy the dips. So it looks like Anna's holding that 450 retest area for now, at least for now. Samuel, curling. Does Codex even know what curling is? I mean, it's trying to, but it's done that so many times already, though. So yeah, off 250 maybe. So if you play with it, just try and stay above 250. Yeah, it's trying. It looks really weak though. But Anna really pops off like its levels, which is nice. A nice mini bounce. Yeah, RPGL. Yeah. Hmm. Okay. Maybe 650. The 250. Maybe. Hmm. So it looks like another retest of 650 for Anna. Another retest. Yeah, they told us, congratulations, Chris. Congratulations. You played yourself. Yeah. Perfect. That's okay though. Every so often there's there's a stock like that. Definitely can't win them all. As long as you keep those losses small, you can go back to Anna and make the monies back. Yeah. So now take a deep breath and learn more songs. Good job, Blitz. Well done. Have a wonderful weekend. Stay green as well, obviously with the stop loss. Congrats. Alrighty. Good job. That's a good way to end the week. Uh, AZTR, sure. Sure. True. Yeah, I would wait with this one. I'd wait with this one closer to 2650, or just let it get back above the 50 on its own, Chris. Alrighty. Yeah, let it get back above the 50 just because it failed at the 50 last time and it's failing at the 50 again. Also that downtrend, right? Or let it get back closer to the the 26 area for you before you do that. Pyro, I know you're still scalping this one, but yeah, this has been a good bottom on this stock today, right? The low 18s have been good for quick scalpies. So AG, test and bounce and test and bounce. Anna is actually doing a good job with this 650, isn't it? The candles are giving you some lower highs though, so I think that would be a concern here. But Um, that would be the concern, but at least it's holding that 650. You're welcome, Chris. Uh, 1%. Oh yes, let's take a look at Hive. So you said you got in at like 219. So you're slightly red in that position then. Yeah. You can tell already, like I can kind of see what you're looking for, Pelish. I think you're fine for now. Like if I was in that same position, I would put a stop loss at 199 and then just wait. Already. Right. So it's it's been holding $2, right? The yeah. The lowest, like most of these candles are bouncing off like $2, right? The lowest candle here is 198. Right? And you can kind of see how many times it's been to $2 and then back to 240 and then back to $2 and then back to 230, back to 230 multiple times. So you're not in the worst position. If you don't like it, then that's one thing. But if you do, then just put that stop loss in there and then just kind of see if it can replicate what it's done in the past. It's not nice that it keeps doing that because eventually, if it keeps doing that, it's gonna break. But it's been doing this since it's been a year now. It's been bouncing out the same stupid range. So hopefully it does it one more time for you. But that's really all you can do, unless you just want to close the position. But yeah, just put a stop loss. Yeah, yeah. Which yeah, for the let's go. Yeah, Daryl, absolutely right. Like we're all gonna make mistakes. We're all gonna take losses. I don't know a single person that doesn't take any losses. You know, um, the key to coming back nicely, like you said, Daryl, is having those smaller losses, keeping those stop losses tight. If you can keep your stop loss tight and take a small loss and move on to a different stock, right? It's easy for you to come back, right? Anna's doing such a good job, guys, off that 650. I know Greg is back in this because he likes to play with those, right? So that 650 breakout spot became the support, right? So that's a really nice pop area. Have a wonderful weekend, Don. Yeah. 211. Okay, yeah, you're not that far off then. Yeah, you're not. It's just like swing plays are pretty frustrating. Like when you buy a swing play like that, Pelish, you just don't know which day, which week, which month it's gonna bounce. So that's the downside to play with swing plays. Yeah. So again, Anna's doing a really good job. Type yes in the chat if you bought some Anna off 650. Type yes in the chat if you took some Anna off the 650. Your resistance hasn't changed though; it's still $7. So just be careful up there. Tiffany, you're going shopping? Let's go. Well done. Congratulations. Have a wonderful weekend. Enjoy shopping, Tiffany. See you next week. Dan's too busy, shopping for gifts for his wife because his wife is gonna beat him up. Pizza. No office today, pizza. Good job, guys. Yeah, I see a lot of you guys got in at that 650 level, right? So yeah, that 650 retest consolidation, nice curl. That was nice. So if you took that, congratulations. You just have to be aware again that $7 is acting as, like as an obstacle as well. So don't get too greedy with it. No, 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 no. You're welcome, Pelish. You're welcome. Yep. Hmm. Oh, okay, later today. Okay, okay. Yeah, Peter lost his grandma. Lost his grandma. which is very sad. The good thing is she lived, a very long time. So that's always a good thing. Always a good thing when you live a full life. Yeah. Teresa, it's called the Bulbe algo. Yeah. Doo, doo, doo. Yeah, Miss Diva, you did really good. You did really good on this one. So congratulations. Yeah, well done. You did really, really, really good. Uh, not yet, Sid. Not yet. Yeah, not yet. Oh yeah, yeah. It's just a reminder to keep an eye on it. Uh, yeah, yeah. Anna is actually a really perfect chart today. Like really good looking chart. Like the levels are really nice on this thing. The way that it breaks out, the way that it retests, and it just sits there and consolidates, breaks out, it doesn't fall back down, it just cooks. Like, look at these breakouts. Beautiful breakout, pop. Next resistance, retest the last breakout, consolidate, pop. It would be nice if every chart could just behave like this, life would be so easy. So easy. If every chart could just follow the same pattern, higher lows. Yeah. Uh, Les Alex, congratulations. Well done. Yeah. Congrats, congrats, congrats. For all the spamming, you deserve it, Alex. Good job. Alrighty. Yes, Pizza needed an angel. Now she's gonna help Pizza when Pizza is at the casino. And Pizza, who am I kidding? She's gonna go to the heavens and God is gonna say, what do you think? You think we should let Pizza cook on this stock? What do you think? You think we should let Bo go? She's gonna say, cook him. Cook him. There goes Anna. Anna with a nice explosion. Whew. What a beauty. Doo, doo. No, 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 no. Okay. You're a little. uh, yeah, so you can see that there is a bit of a double top wick at 725 the last time it was at that price, but really that I don't really care too much for that level. Anna Banana, Adrian. Yeah, that thing is flying. Anna is flying. Beautiful. Again, type yes in the chat if you're still holding Anna. Type yes in the chat if you're still holding Anna. Oh, you know what, Jay? I'm not gonna pay attention to you anymore. Yeah. Yeah, so that last high on the last run up was 725. So it looks like this last week also hit that level. But I think the most important thing though is that thing just consolidating above $7 here. Why don't I like the level? Because I think $7 is more important. If it can consolidate, then that 725 won't really be a problem, right? So I think the problem is more so, just retesting and consolidating at $7. But it definitely still is like a double top high though, Jules. Right? Sometimes when you get one wick like that to a level, it doesn't show you that it's reliable. You know what I mean? That's where I'm coming from, right? Like one candle touch, not necessarily reliable. Same thing at the top and bottoms. Yeah. Whereas like when you have multiple candles at a specific level, you know that level is a problem, right? Like when we look at $7 and you're like, oh damn, right? Like there's like 10 minutes of stalling there. We know that level is going to be way more difficult, and it's going to want to come back and test that level and play around with it. No, Jay, no, unbelievable. 650, Adrian. Okay, nice. Yeah, so you're definitely giving it a lot of room to run. Hopefully that 650 is in the green as well. Hopefully. Yeah, the little mini golden doji candle there. Disclaimer: Anna, holding Anna is nice, but she'll burn you. uh, yeah, exactly, Jules, exactly. So if it can find a way to reclaim and consolidate, then yeah, yeah. Yeah, no, this has been a really good chart though. Really nice uppy trendy chart. Really nice uptrend chart. Yeah, the markets are just bleeding, 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 bleeding. I blame Winterfell. Winterfell is spamming too much rubbish from Iran. That's why. Nice job, Miss Tony. Well done. Well done. Yeah, so we'll keep an eye on that IPO when if and when it goes live. The GMTL one. That's if it even goes live on on TradingView. It's so not necessarily an IPO, it's an uplisting. Alrighty. So an uplisting. So we'll see. I think again the reason we're paying attention to this one is because it's the smallest float one, and also the one of the BWIV one is a SPAC, so nobody cares. This one's a bit more expensive, and the float is also a bit bigger. So right, so we'll keep an eye on GMTL for the uplisting. On salary duty. Uh, mm, yeah, yeah, um, yeah. You can use the free version of TradingView. Yeah, yeah. So the algo is really just one indicator. If you use the free version, it's gonna. I think the only downside, shortcakes, is that you might not be able to. You should be able to watch pre-market and after hours. I think the only restriction to getting the free version is you can't open multiple tabs. I think, right? So one tab. You can't paper trade on it. A whole bunch of silly stuff like that. So yeah, yeah. So and it looks like Anna was really failed to hold that 7, and they're slowly bringing it back down to that 650 area. Only one BTC. Only one BTC. Uh, no 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 no. Interesting. Okay. 7:15, Alex. Good job. You made some really nice monies today. So if you're looking for the algo is in so there's a channel in Discord called the Bull Bear Algo. It's underneath the education section. If you scroll up just a little bit, the link is going to be right in there. The reason I like to send people in there is just because then you have more information in there, like there's stuff on updates, blah blah blah. So you know exactly where to go to find information in the future. Alrighty, so if you have any questions, yeah, those two channels, right, the Bobe Algo channel and the Bobe How To channel, those two channels have all the information. Alrighty, yeah, the website for the algo is like bbalgo.com, so you can always go over there too if you want to. So just bbalgo.com. But yeah, you can just go to Discord though and go to that channel and then click on the link. Cool. Walmart and Targets. Oh, no, 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 no. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely, Mike. Yeah, absolutely. It does. It does, Dan. Yeah. Does anybody in the chat? So the last time I used it, Dan, it did provide real time data. Has anybody used the free version and like is anybody currently using the free version and are there any delays? I've used the free version from time to time. Like I'll go incognito and use the free version, Dan, and it still provides like up. Yeah, it says delayed. Okay. Yeah, because if that's the case, maybe they've so the free version is 5 to 10 seconds delay on the ticks, real time, and you have to just keep refreshing. Okay. Yeah, because I know for me it wasn't really a problem. So okay, it's not delayed. Yeah. See, I don't know. I don't know. See, like some people say it's delayed, some people it's just slower. Yeah. See, like there's so much. Yeah. Yeah. Red says I'm currently using it and I don't have it. I don't have any delays. Yeah. So yep. Yeah. Exactly. Every so often though, shortcakes, there's a sale, like a really nice sale. TradingView has very good sales when they do sales. So I don't know when the next sale is gonna be though. So when they have a like a a sale, especially for those accounts that are like I think the cheapest one is like what, like close to $10 a month maybe, and then like 50-60% off. That can be that's really good. Yeah, exactly. Winterfell, yeah. I know the most expensive one was like 80% or something. So usually I just sign up for another year and then call it a day. Call it a day. And then they give you a make. Oh yeah, there you go. See, there you go. Yeah, you could do that too. Actually, yeah. Right. Sign up for the 30-day free trial. Right. There's always a 30-day free trial. Yeah. And then once that trial is done and you try canceling, they're gonna give you they're gonna try and give you a nice discount. So it looks like Anna's done a really good job with the bottoms. Yeah. Yeah, the stock has done really good with like the higher lows. Yeah. So that DGT, that's probably due to the like the actual stream. That's probably just due to the actual stream. Yeah. I know, right, Peter? Seriously. Seriously. Mm, 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 mm. Seriously. It's because they're criminals, that's why. Uh, mm, 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 mm. Mm. Uh, la, 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 la. Okay, sounds good. Do, 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 do. Pizza, when? When? So Anna's back to fighting with that $7 area again. Are you still in your position, Jules, or you're just looking for a breakout? Mm. I don't remember. I don't remember Peter. That's such a long time ago. Yeah, I know. It looks really good, Nancy. Yeah, looks very, very good. Kind of feel like then the This area is going to be very interesting here. Like it's going to be do or die. Why does everybody keep a 600 billion wiped out of the U.S. stock market in just 50 minutes? Why does everybody keep spamming that? 720 again. 7 billion, 600 billion. Yeah, you don't want to be looking at your retirement, your 401ks, because those things are going to be bleeding. Bleeding. So there goes 730. Ooh. Yeah, for some reason that area though. Well, Anna. Good job, AFC. Well done. Anna's very, very strong. Very, very strong. Very, very strong. Very, very strong. Is this what you had to deal with, Peter, when you were dating Anna? Now we understand. She was beating you up every day, wasn't she? Peter got beat up every day. Because Anna's a beast. A beast. And this has been a really good stock. I think so, Red. I think so. I think we should have known, you know? We should have known. It's not safe for stream. There you go. Go, you sold at 726. Good job. Good job. Good job, Greg. Good job. I like it. I like it. Yeah, no, I really like how well, even when it does dip, it's simply just dipping to give you a higher low, right? Every dip is just a higher low dip. Higher low dips. Yeah, these golden candles have been really good on this one though, right? Every time there's been a golden candle on Anna, it's had a retracement, right? So there's a golden candle right there. There's another golden candle right there, and then a retest of $7, right? So $7 really is that magnet. They keep coming back to retest it to see if it's gonna hold before the another push. They keep coming back for the retest. Okay. Oof. Okay. This time though, it's actually holding $7 this time, which is impressive. So that's good. So retest 7, hold 7. Now pump it. Pump it back up to 750. Yeah, that 725 is definitely coming into play too, which I don't think we wanted to see that level be a problem, but it is coming into play just a little bit. Just a little bit. There we go. Nice pop. Nice pop. There we go. 730. That was a really good retest actually of $7. Right? And then 750 incoming there. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Higher low, trendy uppy, Anna. 737. Keep going. $8. So a high of 739 for now. 740. It comes at 750. Yup. That thing is so strong. Oh my days. Such a beast. Sheesh. There's 750. Damn. Do, 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 do. Such a beast. Pizza, you're done for the day. Have a wonderful weekend. See you later. Let's go. Okay, I'll take my wife back. Let's go, Raven. Well done. Well done. Well done. Congratulations. Congratulations. There we go. The Indian basket of maybe just focus on the price action though. Tender. It does look good, so it would be nice if it just kept running all day. Now Nancy wants to see $8. Come on, Nancy, make it happen. Okay. I think you're going to need a bit of consolidation here. So you guys noticed though how it was really important that it came back and retested $7, right? Does that make a bit more sense now, Jules? Right. So the breakout, since 7 is such a strong level, it had to come back. But once it holds that level, that's almost your confirmation that it wants to go higher. So kind of the same thing now needs to happen at 750, right? So 750 is still resistance, right? That's again, 750 is not a breakout, right? A breakout is when you have a previous level sitting at that spot, like okay, $7, right? A 750 is more so just testing, a resistance. So I wouldn't be looking at that as a breakout. That doesn't count as a breakout. Let's go. Pelish, can you post your message again? I wanted to delete the picture because that picture was weird. Yeah, but the message, yeah. Choo, 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 choo. You did, Chris? It's because you like the ones that are going to the abyss, Chris. You like those ones that are consolidating at the bottom. You didn't miss it. You knew Anna was running. You're looking at other things. Uh, SWMR is let me take a look. See, that's what I mean. That's you like these names. SWMR. Yeah. Oof, oof, oof. See what I mean, Chris? I knew this is what you like without even knowing this is what you liked. Right? Yeah. Yeah. That thing looks like rubbish. Unless it can reclaim 45 and consolidate, stay away, Chris. So it looks like we got rejected at that 750 for now, right? And now we're retesting 7 again. Alrighty. So but again, that's not really a surprise, right? We knew this level, right? So this level was a problem, right? So surprise, surprise, no. Right? So 750, like I said, is not a breakout. It's more so just resistance, right? So so back to retesting that $7 level again. A small loss, Chris, yeah. Let's see. Oh yeah. Perfect. Yeah, so the question now is, can it stay above that $7 area again? Right? The first retest was nice. Second retest of 7. Other than this, though, there's nothing else is really moving. Everybody just decided to go to Anna today, right? VCX still looks okay though. Like it's impressive how it's still holding above $100, so that's nice. The other IPO really isn't live yet, so maybe at some point today. But yeah, Anna has been the one today. Anna. I think on Fridays we need to play with women's stocks, Only stocks with female names on Fridays. Those are the ones. Or only stocks that have names that seem like they like to party on the weekends. That's about it. Yeah. Okay, are you gonna bounce? No. Okay. It's looking a little bit weaker though, isn't it? Just a little bit. Just a little bit. But it is still holding the 7 though. Still hold. If you made money if you made money on Anna, type yes in the chat. If you made money on Anna, type yes in the chat. Yeah, I think a lot of you guys did. Most of you did. Yeah. Kicked her to the curb. Yeah. No, good job, good job, good job, good job. Yeah, no, this is why it's so important to, to be flexible and be willing to pivot, right? If one name isn't working, Anna was not the favorite at the open, right? Regardless of the fact that we talked about it last night and some of you guys were spamming it, right? Anna was not the favorite today, right? So, but sometimes you have to be willing to say, hey, you know what? Like this looks the best. Let's go play with something else instead, right? And then make monies. Like I said, Anna's looking a bit more suspicious here because usually it bounces very quickly, but it is still trying to hold that seven though. Yes, in the chat. $7. Make you holla. DRMA with a little bouncy bouncy. DRMA. That's actually a really nice curl. So that pre-market high was $1.68 though. So it's really close to that resistance. So right there. Yeah, really nice comeback. I think the only thing you could have looked at here was the break above the 200 and or the VWAP, but that's about it. Or maybe just a gamble of the golden pocket and the demand zone, right? But again, at that point, you're definitely sitting there and waiting, right? You're definitely sitting and waiting. So the break above the VWAP and the 200 was good. Serena, were you with Serena? Yeah, it has to be a female name, you know? Yeah. UCAR. It might be a stock for next week then, DP, or maybe after hours if it closes. Yeah, then they need to announce, they need to send out that announcement that it's actually closed. So whenever it happens, after hours on Monday morning, then yeah, then yes. Uh, looks like we're still fighting with $7 here. So this level has become important for Anna. It's trying. That thing said, please let me bounce, please, pretty please. And then if that $7 level doesn't hold though, then you're looking for the last bouncy area, right? So between that 650 and 670, whichever one it decides to consolidate at. Are you barbecuing this weekend, Dan? Time to visit. What's gonna be the weather? I haven't even checked the weather, and I'm gonna go. Ooh, it is snowing. Yeah, I don't know about driving in snow weather, but skiing on snow is nice. You know that answer. You know the answer to that. Yes. Skiing in snow weather is nice. Driving in snow, though, is a different story. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Snow. Do, 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 do. Hmm. Interesting. 160K float. You're watching that one? A rep? Yeah. That's a pretty low float. That's like the millionth time that thing has done a split. I think that's the sad part with these stocks, Raven. And if it had a case to not run after the split, that would be the case, right? Like these guys just did a split not that long ago, like really not that long ago. Like the beginning of the year, February, they just did a split, February 2nd. And when they did that split, the stock was at like $4, $3. All of a sudden, it's down to 7 cents again. This is why sometimes people don't play with these stocks. This is why people just stay away because they keep splitting. Like, look at that. All the S's you see at the bottom there, those are splits. So they did two in 2025. They're doing two in 2026, and it's been 3 months, 4 months, 3 months. Like that's so crazy. They did two as well in 2023. They did two well, they did one in 2022. But like that's so crazy. But yeah, we're still gonna pay attention to it though because of that float, right? Because the float is already pretty low. Like the float is already 10 million. So and now they're gonna do another split, which is pretty scammy. Right? A 1 for 100 split. So you get one share for every 100 shares you're holding. Scammy, very scammy. Very scammy. Yeah, seriously, it really is the new Mullen. Yeah. Yep. So on a name like this, the float is going to be really low. The best way to play with this is when the vibes start to come in. When it's starting to pump, that's the best time because it moves up really quickly. But if you're trying to like think about it, if you're trying to catch a bottom on this though, you could be catching some fat knives. It did try to consolidate, but then it was too negative. Too many negative vibes. Speaking of which, it's sitting in a demand zone again. No one should be touching that thing, but yeah, exactly, Raven. Exactly. Definitely not a hold stock. Uh, yeah, exactly, Raven. Yeah, these type of names you would definitely want to wait till the split is completed and then you make your decision. Anna is yeah, like you could tell this thing was looking a bit weaker though, right? Just a little bit weaker. I think people are happy with the profits, and now it's also lunchtime, so watch that 650 bottom again. So again, like I said earlier, 670 to 650. That was the last area we kind of bounced at. The last two bounces between those two, between that 20 cent range. So, but on both occasions though, it consolidated and sat there for a few minutes. So you always want to wait for that in case it doesn't hold. In case it does not hold, we're gonna do like another 10 minutes or so, guys, and then hop off and go back to Discord. Alrighty, another 10 minutes or so I can go get some one-on-ones done, and then go grocery shopping later, and then get ready to go to the mountains. I guess. I think I'll probably go. Yeah, we'll see. Thank you very much, CM. Have a wonderful weekend as well. See you in Discord. See you later. Thank you. Thank you. Mm, 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 mm. Yeah, exactly, Raven. Exactly. Yeah. It's Friday. Don't get greedy. Have good stop losses. Alrighty, don't hold a fat bag, please. Alrighty. So it looks like we're kind of holding 670 for now. 670 for now. Someone in the chat is probably doing the 6-7 thing. Yeah, be careful. If we fail to reclaim $7 and we break down here, Anna could just sell off for lunch for the lunch hour. So just keep that in mind. Alrighty. This thing's been very good and very strong today. But it's also kind of trending down slowly now, right? On a really small time frame, yes, but still. So it still looks fine because it's holding most of the main levels, right? So if it can reclaim $7, easy, right? Happy days, no problems at all. But if we get a fail and it starts to come back down into this range, you want to be very careful because that might have just confirmed your downtrend. The Yeah, Shaquille O'Neal was in the city the other day to promote something. He was promoting like a couch or whatever he was promoting. Do, 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 do. And then the one of the dudes. I don't know if you guys. I mean, if you're Canadian, you probably saw the one of the leaders of the political party in here was on Joe Rogan, the last episode, I think. So he was talking about the mountains. I'm like, hey, yeah, the mountains. LSU. You met him a few times? Okay. LSU. Yeah, the $7 level is going to be important. Just to confirm that it's able to get back above it and not using it as resistance and not creating a higher low. But that level is going to be very interesting now. Very interesting. They're going to try and use that $7 for resistance. So just be careful. Yeah, no, that's not the IPO. So it needs to break above $7 without creating a brand new low. That's what needs to happen. Ready? If it doesn't do that, then it might be done. You know what's so cool about AI now is like let's say there's an email thread, right? Or like yeah, mostly an email thread. I like how Google will or like Gmail will summarize the email, so you don't have to go through like I think it's cool. Like AI is here to stay, and I think the markets are panicking about AI and people are complaining about jobs and whatnot. But I think it's gonna just change the way that everything works. I think like 5 years from now, 10 years from now, I think things are gonna look so different, so different, so different. I think the fear though is that is people losing jobs, using losing jobs. I think Elon was on one of those podcasts and he talked about how like in 5 to 10 years or something like that, there's gonna be like universal like minimum income because of AI. I think that's gonna be interesting. Very, very interesting. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Evan, yeah, I mean it's been on the scanner a few times. It just looks really weak. This one, right? LNAI, yeah, it just looks really weak. It's sitting at the golden pocket and 200 EMA, right? So it does have some support at 45 cents. If it can stay above that, then not bad. Yeah, not bad at all. Yeah, they're definitely using $7 now as like resistance for Anna. They're like, you shall not pass, Anna. You shall not pass. You've done enough. So just be careful now, please. Just be careful. To save for retirement. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that, Jay. Yeah, don't know how I feel about that. Yeah, can you really trust these guys when they say stuff like that? I mean, they can barely take care of like people now. Like let's say veterans, right? Or like homeless people. They can barely take care of people now. So yeah, exactly. Doge to the moon. What happened? So yeah, you always have to be, take that stuff into your own hands. And then if it happens that you don't need the money, so, ooh, party time. If it happens that you don't need the money, oh my days, oh my days, barbecue for days. Yeah, but if it so happens that you need the money, which is most likely the case, you're gonna be under the bridge. And created bag holders, seriously, Raven. I think that was an introduction to a lot of people. Like buy the hype, sell the news. That concept. Yeah, buy the hype, sell the news. So if you were buying on that day, that was like the climax. Max hype. Then you were definitely getting yourself in trouble. But for the people that were already, getting in below 5 cents, below 10 cents, 20 cents, 30 cents, 40 cents, like you had so much room from hitting 75 cents. It took a while before we even got back down to to the lows again. So there's so much opportunity there. Uh, in three parts, Alex. Yeah, like it looks like it wants to break out. So you do have that double top. So if you look to the left hand side from pre market, it's the $1.68 high, right? But it is looking okay though. Hopefully you're putting in those that 50K, those 50K blocks, not at the tops here. Alrighty, it's really trying to break out of that 68. So looking like a nice little cup and handle, right? So that looks good. Is there a class this weekend? No, no. We could do a Q&A today, but um, I think the next class we wanted to do was on the bot, like how the bot works. So probably next Friday, next Saturday. And then Rob wants to do a class as well on something else. So there's a lot of stuff we want to do. Yeah, probably not this weekend. Yeah. 169. Yeah. So Alex, you're the one pumping this damn stock then with your 50K blocks. Unbelievable. WNW. Yeah. Yeah, this one had that really good run this morning, Raven. Really good run. I like your entry as well. I like your entry as well. I think really, max loss on this thing is like um like a 50/50, like 50 cent loss. You know what I'm saying, right? So from yeah, so that's really your max loss. So like your 13 cent entry, yeah, what do you think about but yeah. Yeah, no, I like this one for you. I think it's fine. I think you're pretty dang close to the level that it's ran at most of the time, right? Like if you look at that 13 area, 12 like 12 like 12 to 13, right? It's had multiple like runs from that dip to the pop to the dip to the pop sell, and it looks like it's trying to do it again. So I think that entry is good. So I think like you're really just risking a penny here. Yeah, you're really just risking a penny here, Raven. So risk reward, it's okay. Yeah. 57. Okay. Yep. Yeah, if it can break out, right? Because you're still sitting at that double top at 68, $1.68. So if they can break out and hold that level, I think that'd be really good. Alex. Let me take a look. Oh, what did you do now, Dan? What did you do? What did you do?
I'm here with people for the cookies, bitches.
Ah, wow. Wow, 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 wow. 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 I have nothing else to say other than wow. He's too tall in that video. Ah. Yeah, no, again, Anna's having a hard time getting back above seven, but it's also still just holding, right? But I think we knew, all kind of expected that the $7 again was going to be a problem, right? When you break below that support, it becomes resistance, obviously, but especially this time since it's trending down. But again, like it's doing a good job of just holding above the 650. So if it can stay above that level, that's his goods. Uh, yeah, I think someone was asking for LNAI. Like as long as it stays above 45 cents, that's fine. Like I said, there's a nice golden pocket and a 200 EMA in that range, so that is okay as well. That is okay as well. And then DRMA is really trying to break out. Really trying to break out. There it goes. To 170. And then there goes Anna again off the bottoms, right? So Anna's doing a really good job with the demand zone, with the green zone, right? Really, really good job. Is anybody scalping Anna off the bottoms there? Joya, don't support this behavior. Leave Dan alone. $6.99. Anybody buy the dip there on Anna? You did, Desmond. Okay. Yeah, there goes Chris. Sounds good. Yeah, it's trying. Definitely trying. So yeah, no, this was a good dip into the demand zone there. And you guys see how good those demand zones are? Sometimes they really help. Most of the time they really help, right? So just having an idea of like a green area, like okay, you know what? If I'm gonna buy this thing, not in the red area, but maybe in the green area, right? Especially if I know that there was already support in that area, then it's easier to do. $7 is still resistance, whether you like it or not. Yeah, at least we do. Wow. I'm gonna complain to your wife. I'm gonna call it bullying. Uh, yeah. Keep them coming, Alex. Keep them coming. Keep spamming them. Alrighty. Keep them coming. No, 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 no. La, 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 la. Okay. So that IPO isn't live yet. So we're bouncing. We're getting smaller bounces for Anna. We are still creating lower highs. So just keep that in mind. Continuous lower highs. So it really needs to break above 7 and break the downtrend and stay above. Alrighty. Yep, exactly. I think it's just lunchtime, right? But again, those scalps are nice. You just have to not diamond hand or stay too long, right? Because it's creating lower highs and $7 is resistance. So yeah. So just be careful. If it breaks below that level, violence flip. Yeah, the fear and greed index for SPY is yeah, it's nice and low. It's time for Dan to buy those calls. Dan, you still want those calls? Maybe they're probably cheaper today now. By $1. Craziness. By $1. It's an uplisting. We just wanted to see what it would do. GMTL. Just because the last few have done okay, right? Like see, whatever the other two were, they've done okay. So just wanted to keep an eye on that. Not that it's gonna do anything crazy. The float is low. We just wanted to see. DRMA is still looking okay. Just needs to actually break out with some good volume there. Needs to break with some good volume. Maybe, and if that happens, maybe that volume is gonna leave Anna and come over to DRMA. He's fighting though, fighting. SATS bottoms of the range, SpaceX play. Yeah, and that's what I mean, right? Like these market dips will create some nice opportunities. Create some nice opportunities for the future. EDT. Let's do 5 more minutes or so, guys, and then we'll hop off. Alrighty. So let me know if you have any last questions, and then we will hop off and go back to Discord. Let me know. Last questions. Here comes 170. Yeah. 170. 171. 72. So testing the highs of the day. 73. 73. Yeah, VCX. That was the other one. It almost feels like the volume is rotating, doesn't it? Like DRMA is trying to push up, and Anna's trying to die. It's trying to. Trying to die. It does. It helps when Alex buys the entire float. Yeah. There we go. Uh, every time you click the link, it says you're blocked. Like, did you do something? Why is Discord blocking you, Bill? Why is Discord blocking you? Again, you have to become a member first, anyways, to gain access to Discord. So, if you want to join us in Discord, click that link at the bottom there from Nightbots. Become a member. Once you do, then you get the link to join us in Discord. Alrighty. Sound good? Sound good. Oh, you're just joking? Oh, okay. Never mind then. Never mind then. Come on, DRMA. Just break out of that range. Break out of there. It's like and again, Anna's still doing a really good job of holding up the bottoms, right? The problem with Anna is that you're still getting those lower highs, but it's still doing an excellent job of holding the bottoms. So you just have to make sure that just have to make sure that if it breaks below that bottom, you're not in that position, right? Because that volume, if it breaks down, that volume is going to rotate right away to this one, right away. This weekend, okay, sounds good, Bill. Yeah, once you sign up, the link. Oh, there it goes. There goes DRMA. The link is going to be in the community section for you to. So make sure you sign up for the right level. Once you do, there goes. So very nice little pop there for DRMA. Once you become a member, go to the community section or send me an email for the Discord link already. Or unless you've already clicked on the Discord link, then you just have to go to Discord and then just follow the instructions. Because I know some of you guys have clicked already and you're in Discord, you just don't have access. And G Strand, yeah, you made some monies. Yeah, yeah, good job. And a few parting gifts. I'm not gonna look. I'm not gonna look. Do, 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 do. Uh, huh. But didn't your wife did? Emailed me. I didn't respond. Who's your wife? What's your wife's name? Bill. Yeah, I must have missed the email, or maybe it was a really long email. Sometimes that's what happens. Like if it's a long message, and I'm doing something, I'm always doing something. I'm always read the message and then with the intention of coming back and responding, and yeah, sometimes I just forget. Let's go, Dan. Hopefully you had a wonderful week. Much love. Have a great weekend as well. Yeah, everybody, don't give back those gains and be kind to each other. Have a wonderful weekend, Dan. Thank you very much. Yeah, love you too. Hopefully, hopefully the snow is nice, the roads are nice, and everything's good. And I don't do it too many dangerous things, you know. I'm gonna tape my finger, and should be okay though. But I think you blocked her. Never, Raven. Never, ever, ever. No. Yeah. Thank you, Dan. Enjoy the weekend. Enjoy the barbecue. Yeah. So it looks like DRMA is failing at the 80. There we go. I gave her the wrong email. Yeah. Yes. I think probably the email that has, see how it says Hot Trades X. There might be another word in between. The S and the X. I think that's the one you sent her. Yeah, no, definitely, Sadden, definitely. I think like we know this thing is it, like there's a problem here for this stock, right, Anna? So the good thing is that it's holding the bottom. The bad thing is that it's trending down. And yeah, like you could look at a head and shoulder, you could look at all the other things, but it's definitely trending down and looking weaker. But it's also lunchtime, so this is expected. So for now, the main bottom is this area down there. So if it can stay above, good. If not, you're probably going to go back and retest the VWAP and the 200. So yeah, I don't think we can say that it's dead yet. Maybe after lunch, it's going to find a way to consolidate and cook again, right? So you never know. Like these stocks can, turn around and slowly curl, and then going into the last hour was staring at $10, $20. I'm kidding, by the way, not kidding. Right. So, um, lunchtime is usually sell-off time, especially on a Friday. So just watch for consolidation. Wait for breakouts. Right. Downtrend breaks, $7 breaks. Those are going to be key if Anna wants to go again. If not, to the abyss. The one that's getting the attention for now, though, is DRMA. Right. So that one's looking very, very nice. So those might be the two main stocks to watch this afternoon. Might be the main two. Here it goes. Yup. DRMA is like, yes, sir. I'm the goat. I'm the goats now. Type yes in the chat if you're holding DRMA. Type yes in the chat if you're holding DRMA. Enjoy your weekend as well, Desmond. Enjoy the weekend. Yeah, that's a nice little. That's a nice. That this has been a nice little pop. Yeah, good job, Alex. See if we can hold above $1.80 though. Like break hold above $1.80. I think you almost need Anna to die for the volume to switch over though, because Anna's still holding some of that volume. If Anna dies, then yeah. But for now, Anna is fighting to stay above the bottom here too. Anna's like, nope, I'm not done yet, guys. I'm not done yet. So again, these are the two main plays for now. Let's go. I'm holding Spy with my bare hands. Spy is dead. You might need to resuscitate that thing, Sid. Spy is dead. They killed it. Unless it can, yeah. So, but I mean, again, that 650 is what we wanted in the first place. So it's finally happened, and the other IPO isn't really live yet. So maybe later today, maybe. So again, Anna is holding the 650 support, and DRMA needs to break above $1.80. AIM, Danielle, AIM. It looks like AIM is curling a little bit. Yeah, not bad. Not bad at all. Are you in AIM, Danielle? Yeah. Good job, Alex. Yeah, that's a lot of monies. A lot of monies. Good job. Uh, okay. Alrighty, guys. I think we're gonna leave it here for the day and continue in Discord. Alrighty. Have a wonderful weekend. Be safe. Much love. Thank you very much for the support. Alrighty. Don't drive like Sid, because she drives like a crackhead, texting and driving. Later, Didi. Alrighty. Again, much love. Thank you very much. And we're gonna keep watching these two names because these are the main two names for now. See how well they perform going into the rest of the day. Anna has that downtrend that it needs to break. So if it can break, then $7 is your next target, and then 650 support, right? And then $1.80 for resistance here, and then maybe a retest at some point to $1.68 for DRMA. I drive listening to a crackhead on stream. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Thank you very much, Raven. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Now you can tell your wife to come back inside, Raven. Tell her to come back inside and ask for forgiveness. Nancy, have a great weekend. Doug, see you next week. Thank you very much. Thank you. Jay, have a great weekend as well. Hell no. Yeah. Forgiveness, Raven. Desta, have a blessed weekend as well. Alrighty, much love all. Again, be safe. Keep making monies. We'll keep watching these talks obviously in Discord. It's not like we're done for the day. There's hours left, especially after lunch. After 3 p.m. when the market closes, Raven. Unbelievable. I'm gonna be in the mountains. I'm gonna be cold. But it's cold every day here, Mike. Cold every day. Yeah. DDT, you too, go outside. Stop doing research. Remind Bitcoin that they're a scam. But yeah, no, the main two stocks right now, the DRMA and ANA. DRMA is looking like it wants to push again. Push again. Push again. So there goes 83. So back to retesting the highs. But yeah, again, much love everybody. Again, be safe and talk to some old people. Yes, yes, those are nice conversations. DDT. I tried not to, Mike. I tried not to. I tried not to. Flip, yes. Only the black diamond slopes, you know. Yeah. See you in Discord, CL. Yeah. Anna said, "Excuse me. I guess the volume is going to DRMA." Yeah. Yeah, smash a like before you go, and hit that subscribe and all the other fun things. Okay, bye guys.